If someone has actually never seen anything that you've done, what is the first thing you'd like them to watch and why?
Oh my God, such a hard question. What am I supposed to say to that?
Pick your favorite. I'm joking.
Um, what do I want them to see and why? Oh God. I mean, I don't have a favorite, but I would say maybe Ingrid Goes West, just because that was really like such a baby of mine, that film. And I'm proud of all the movies that I've been in and done, but I don't know, that to me was like the first time that I really like came into my own as a producer. And I felt very from the beginning to the end of that movie, like yeah, that movie is special to me.
It's
And
also a great.
and Dirty Grandpa, because everyone wants to see me, make out with De Niro for 2 hours.
Um, Absolutely 100%. I love Ingrid Goes West. So jumping into why I get to talk to you. So one of the things about Guy is, first of all, thank you for the entertaining me last night. This was the movie I needed. It's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the things about Guy that is so unique is how much he is changing things on the day on set. And I'm just curious, what was it like for you working with him and experiencing his sort of, spontaneity?
It was exhilarating to say the least. Of course, the script was there, the script was fun. So we kind of knew, we had a vague idea of what was going to happen, but I learned very quickly that on a set with Guy Ritchie, you never know what's going to happen, because he loves to kind of, get everybody together in the morning, huddle up and rewrite scenes, come up with new ideas, come up with new jokes and stuff. So for me, it was a dream come true, because I came from an improv background. I mean, I love beautifully written scripts and I love saying my lines, but I also, really like the kind of, almost athletic kind of energy that he brought to filmmaking, where it was like, you got to get your jokes in, you got to get your pitch in, because we're rolling. And so it was fun and very appropriate for an action thriller, because it almost felt like that, every day. It felt like energized, like no one knew what was going to happen. You could just be thrown into a scene. I mean, there was one day that I think he came up to me, he was like, how do you feel about singing a little song, Aubrey Strawberry Aubrey, which is what he used to call me. And I'd be like, I'm sorry, you'd like me to sing? He'd be like, yeah. He's like, here's a song, I'll see you in 10. And it was like that kind of thing. So it was fun.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that. Especially, it's one thing to act; it's another thing to sing on. I can't imagine.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'll just sing a little song for you, whatever you want, Guy.
He works with a lot of the same people again and again. And I'm just curious, how did you connect with him? Were you looking to do something with Guy? Like, were you surprised he reached out?
I, you know, we I was set up on a meeting with him, on a Zoom meeting during the lockdown, and so I met him just like this on screens. And it was really just a preliminary meeting, and I think it was more to like see if he liked me or whatever. And I kind of knew that going into it. Of course, I wanted the job. I just wanted it very badly. I thought the meeting went well. I found out, oh, maybe he's going to meet with some other people. And then that's when I went in for the kill. And I just aggressively, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I aggressively just went at him and said, you absolutely must hire me. I'm the man for the job. I'll get it done. I'll be funny. I'll kick people's ass. I'll do whatever you want me to do. So just hire me. And then he did, without questioning it. He just said, all right, fine. And so I think we started off on we were very much on the same page, but I would say I definitely, I wanted it, and I went for it.
Were you brave enough to challenge him to a game of chess?
No, fuck no. Definitely not. I'm terrible at things like that.
Well, he's also kind of talented at chess, so you definitely
Yes.
well,
I
you
would say we played mental chess every day. We had our own little games that we would play, but I didn't bother with the chess so much.
how much fun did you have shooting? There's a sequence in the movie where you're in a classic Mustang, you're firing a gun outside the window, and I'm just curious how much fun you had filming that sequence.
I mean, that day was the very last day of the shoot for me. I had been there for 3 months. I was waiting for that day. I mean, I'm in an action movie. It's like, give me some action. So I kept, because my character was more of the kind of tech genius, dealing with the hacking into the whatever. So I was really excited to get my weapon and get in there. It was scary, Josh Hartnett, who fancies himself a stunt driver. And was whatever to a certain extent, but he was really driving the car and we were whipping around these cliffs and it was dangerous. So there was an element of fear. And I will say, I am driven by fear, motivated by fear, survival there. Some of it felt real. And then, when I got to do the actual stunt with the stunt driver doing the little donuts and me shooting out the thing, it was awesome. I was like, they didn't even want me to get out of the window. Originally I was just going to have my arm shooting through the window. And I just begged them, like, please let me get all the way out there. And they let me do it. So it was cool.
How much fun did you have trying to get Jason and Hugh to break during scenes? Was it a mission, or do you know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't really mess around with Hugh so much. He was doing his little thing that he does, but Jason, I had a lot of fun messing around with. He has a really good sense of humor, and he's always joking around too. It was really funny to kind of watch him transform into his Orson Fortune, spy character, because 5 minutes before he'd be joking around, making stupid jokes with me. But yeah, I mean, I was always going at him, and I would do things like, I'd say a line and then slap his ass really hard. And Guy would come up to me and then between the takes and go, I liked the bit where you slapped his ass and maybe you could do that again. And I'd be like, yes, sir. So it was fun. It felt like we were just, trying to take the piss out of each other, as all the British people say. And yeah.
My last question.
Fun.
Last question. I'm a big fan of Mike White and obviously loved White Lotus. When you got approached for season 2, do you even ask for scripts, or you sort of like, I trust Mike?
Oh no, I trust Mike completely. I've been obsessed with Mike for years and years and years. You know, Chuck and Buck was a huge inspiration for Ingrid Goes West, one of my all-time favorite independent films ever made. And so Mike and I, we've actually the past couple of years been trying to collaborate on something. So this is kind of, yeah, this is like my shot really to work with him. So no, I don't need to see anything that he writes. I think everything he does is brilliant. So I'm along for the ride.
On that note, I got to say thank you so much for your time. Great speaking with you. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks, Steve.